he would step across the line. Habitually. He's a habitual line stepper.
Thank y'all for kicking it with the HLS pod. I'm Garrett Charles Langley Henson.
And I'm Terry Ricardo DeShazo II. We're back Tuesday. Club going up.
What's up, Deuce?
Not much, man. How's it going down there in the land of Charlotte? A Falcons fan you are?
I mean, a good week for us. Desmond Ridder finally played like a competent NFL quarterback. But before we get to us, let's pour a little bit out for Cowboys fans that have been talking shit all season long. Finally got humbled at the hands of the 49ers.
Yep, who could have called that?
You did. Clearly, I was way off on my prediction.
Go for it, man. What did you see from that fucking game? Did you even get to watch the game? You watched a little bit of the little highlights on that joint? They got beat down.
Watched the highlights. Didn't watch a second of the game.
They got beat down, bro.
After the Falcons won, I was like, that's all the football I need. I was getting ready to play in an adult league soccer game. Ended up not playing at the last second.
Oh, yeah?
So
what? You're like, I'm out, or you were drunk from watching the Falcons and just being happy?
My plan was to show up drunk. I always play a little better when I have a couple beers in me. But
can you Uber me to my soccer game, please, sir?
Right, real talk. But yeah, the commissioner of the league was like, it's too late for you to be added at the last moment. So I was like, damn, I got my hopes up the whole time. I was getting my mental right. I had reached the right equilibrium of buzz where it's like I could still take a first touch and not be shitty, but my long balls, be on point after you get those couple drinks.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys may have been drunk too. I don't think I was the only one.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm gonna let you know right now. I was locked into this. The Bears won on Thursday, so I wasn't looking forward to shitty football again. We had already finished that game off. If the Bears only played every Thursday, that's fine with me. So I get to lock in on these other games because I'm sick of watching some shitty football. But the Bears looked okay Thursday. They beat the Commanders. But yeah, Cowboys got their shit rocked, man. That was a tough game to watch, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I saw the score was 42-10, but I heard it was like even a bigger blowout than the score represented.
Man, it's turnovers, bro. Your boy Dak looked pretty bad, man. It was pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie. Like the Cowboys, man, I don't know if they're bad or they're good. Maybe they're just like they beat the Jets, they beat the Giants, and the way that you win. If you win in that fashion, we're always going to look at you as like a good team. Like, let's not sit here and say that they're really, really bad. But I don't know. I mean, going forward into the coming weeks, like the Jets are starting to get it together because of Zach Wilson. But the Giants look like they're horrible. The Cardinals are kind of looking the same. So that loss looks even worse. Bro, 42-10, no matter who you are, that's just fucking awful, man.
The things that the Jets and Giants have in common is both have a terrible offensive line, which lines up perfect for the Dallas Cowboys to pin their ears back and go feast.
Yep.
Not the case with the 49ers, who had Trent Williams won his matchup with Michael Parsons on the day. Brock Purdy was, turned into Kurt Warner. 4 touchdowns and 252 yards on just 24 pass attempts.
Easy.
George Kittle was doing the walking marathon for cancer all the way into the end zone 3 times on the day.
Easy.
Terry, do you know who the Cowboys' leading receiver was?
In this game, specifically? Was it Turpin?
It was the 49ers defense. They had 3 receptions for 49 yards.
That's fucking hilarious.
The leading Cowboys receiver got 48.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, it was bad, bro. It was bad. At this point, it's starting to look like Dak Prescott is like Garoppolo from like last year and years before.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't even look the same. It's not. Oh my God, bro. He looks like a bottom 10 guy right now. And like I said,
he looks like a bottom right now.
I had been saying this though all year, And summer last year, I was like, if Dak Prescott's top 10, then we got a quarterback problem. And now he's not top 10, and I'm glad because thank God. Those interceptions though, like the last two, the slant routes, especially the last interception was horrible. It was literally just a slant. He didn't see the fucking linebacker, threw it right to him. The dude, like, the guy didn't even catch it clean. It took no one was even around him when he caught the shit. He bobbled it. Then he finally caught it. It took him 3 seconds to catch the ball. I was like, damn, no receivers even in the vicinity, dog. What's going on?
He was so damn surprised Dak threw it to him. He was like, wait, what? I wasn't even expecting this. Bro, hey, Merry Christmas.
Yeah. And honestly, one of the other things that I took away from this game, defensively, they've got no invention to their defense. Like, they just lined up Micah Parsons next, like, in front of fucking Trent Williams. They're like, all right, man, like, I think you're better. Just beat him. Switch it up. Let him go on the other side. Let him do a stunt. They're just like, no, you can beat him one-on-one. Clearly he didn't. Brock Purdy had a clean fucking pocket all game. That shit was ridiculous. And the coverage was god-awful. Like, every time a fucking 49ers receiver caught it, there wasn't a Cowboy within 2 yards or 3 yards of him. Like, I don't know what scheme they're running out in San Francisco, but everybody copy the exact playbook because these dudes are wide open every single play. Zone, man, doesn't matter, bro.
Well, they make it easy for you with Dan Quinn and his cover 3, cover 1 scheme. Like, anytime you know it's not man, it's going to be cover 3. Anytime, like, they played a single safety over the top. Kyle Shanahan is like, yeah, I went against you every day in practice for 3 years when we both coached for the Falcons. Like, I know exactly how to eat this up. And that's what they did, man. It's the 5th consecutive game for the 49ers with at least 30 points. They're the they're the 6th team in the Super Bowl era to start a season with 5 straight 30-plus point performances.
That's crazy.
The last 4 teams to do it were the 2007 Patriots, the 2011 Patriots, the 2013 Broncos, and the 2018 Rams.
What do they all have
They went to the Super Bowl.
Yep. Unbelievable, man. And this is the 15th regular season San Francisco win in a row? I mean, they're on fire, bro.
Brock Purdy still hasn't lost a regular season game, right?
Nah, they're all undefeated. Everybody's undefeated. McCaffrey, I think, has only lost 1 game since being in San Francisco. Brock Purdy's undefeated. And, yeah, Debo and Greg Kittle, like I said, if everybody's healthy, they've won every single game. As long as they played the whole game, they've won every game, which is fucking insane. They have a really good team, bro.
Yeah, not to mention Fred Warner, who stole Dak Prescott's soul on a couple of occasions. Like, my man did everything.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro. He sacked him. He got a pick. Yes, there's a lot of tackles in the game as well. If Brock Purdy's going to look like young Russell Wilson, San Francisco's going straight to the bowl, and they're winning it. I don't see anybody stopping them. They just ran over a deep, like, I'm not going to overhype the Cowboys, but we're not going to sit here and say they're bad. The Cowboys are a bad team.
If Brock Purdy looked like young Russell Wilson, then Dak Prescott looked like old Russell Wilson.
Yo, Dak Prescott looks bad, man. He can't move, though. He's, like, not mobile at all.
That's what I'm saying. He can't outrun, like, anyone on the defensive line. Like, 320-pound men are hawking this dude down in the open field. Much less Fred Warner in space, who's like, I can put my hands up, I can take away passing routes. Oh, and I'm about to put you on your ass in 1 second, all in one play.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. The mobility is insane. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I think Joe Burrow had more mobility than him with his fucking calf injury.
Yeah, like the torn calf muscle.
This boy Dak was just, oh my god, it's like he's in the mud. I'm like, bro, move your feet. Like, do a fucking practice session with ankle weight so you can move a little bit faster. This shit is ridiculous, man. Bro. I've never liked him anyways, though, but.
Somebody needs to tell Dak to get it out the mud, not in the mud. All right?
Nah, for sure. Honestly, bro, is it time? Is he washed? Is he completely washed now?
You see the 49er friend, they were chanting, we want Trey Lance. We want Trey Lance.
Jesus, the third stringer? Who's the backup again? I forgot. Everybody was praising him last year.
Oh, you don't remember Skip Bayless's favorite quarterback?
Cooper
Rush. Yeah.
Bro, honestly, it might be about that time. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I was looking at his numbers from the last. Let's forget about last year when he led the league in interceptions and didn't play in all the games. He might have played 12 games or something, which is fucking insane. If you take away his 33 touchdown game. Season. His 33 touchdown season.
Mm-hmm.
Interception to touchdown ratio is even. It's 1-1.
Not going to be able to do it.
His completion percentage is 60% if you take away that season. And he's just, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's good.
It's just uninspiring. It's just like a sandwich with no mayonnaise on it or no spread, just dry. It's like it has the ingredients that you want when you look at it, but then when you put it all together, you're like, this just amounts to nothing, and I don't want to eat this.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And are we sure they got some of the best receivers in the game? Everybody always thinks they got the best talent and all this type of shit, but...
Well, you're talking to a guy who drafted Brandon Cooks in fantasy. So I obviously was a little higher on him. Fucking 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons. As soon as he gets up with Dak Prescott, my man has like 30 yards through 5 games.
Bad QB, man. It's unfortunate. CeeDee Lamb is pretty much the only guy who eats for this team. I mean, I know Turpin caught a touchdown pass, but he only had that one fucking touchdown pass. That was it. This is a tough team to watch. That was a tough game to watch. I don't think they're bad. Like I said, hopefully moving forward they get it together. But I did say this last week. This might be one of those snowball effect games, bro. You either stack up or you suck.
I feel like they're a matchup team. I feel like if they go against a team that has a average to poor offensive line, they're gonna like have a blowout. The defense is gonna go crazy. But when they play the best teams and they play like, are they playing Detroit? I would love to see that.
You want to see the schedule coming up? I can check on the schedule.
I was like, when they play the best teams or teams that are like good in the trenches, I feel like that's when the periphery players have to step up, and you have to lean more on a Dak Prescott or a Brandon Cooks or a CeeDee Lamb or whoever the fuck is playing tight end for them now. Now that Dalton Schultz is in Houston, and it just seems like those guys, when they have to shoulder a heavier load, are just not capable of doing it.
No, that's true. And also, offensively, they can't play from behind. They can't have like an extended, deficit. And I think it might be the same defensively. Like their Russian defense.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're playing behind, it might be over.
I know their first round pick, Terry, Mozzie Smith.
Yeah.
He's played 5 games. He has 4 tackles.
Oh my God. What position does he play?
Defensive tackle. He was supposed to stop the run. He's the run stopper. Yeah.
Come on, big fella.
4 tackles in 5 games, bro.
We need you, man. Yeah, I mean, they play the Lions, but it's at the end of the season. It's like week 16. And, but next week they got the Chargers. So it's like, don't go behind in that game because you're fucked. They got Chargers, Rams, Eagles, and then, they got the Giants again. So the Eagles game is going to be interesting.
Right. Yep. We're thinking the same thing.
That'll be interesting. But
Eagles haven't even looked that inspired, and they're 5-0. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, if you win,
I feel like they haven't even turned it up. They have like 60%. We still haven't seen the best ball they can play.
They're not hitting the stride, not yet. They're still a good team, though. Like,
I feel like we are seeing Brock Purdy's best ball though right now.
I think this was his best game. Yeah, for sure.
Where would you rank him among NFL quarterbacks right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
As we speak?
Let's go down the list.
Man. So so you got Burrow. I know he's got the calf injury, but Burrow, Mahomes, Herbert.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Herbert's better than him. Come on. You gotta chill.
Nah.
He can sling the pill. The pill.
I wouldn't do it. I'm already out. I'm already out. I'm already out.
But did they win?
I gotta go. Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I might be putting Brock Purdy 6 over Trevor Lawrence.
Over the Prince?
Over Lawrence, over Goff, over Herbert. You know me. I love winning. Like, he's not making those throws that are like could be interceptions this year. I feel like last year he got lucky with a bunch of dropped interceptions and could be turnovers that didn't materialize. This year, he's not throwing those balls. Like,
he looks good, honestly.
And
apparently,
I know that like we're colored by him being the last pick in the draft and like our expectations based on that. But if you just do nothing about this dude, like draft status, anything, and you just like you didn't even know football, you just started watching football in the last since he started taking over, you'd be like,
good.
Yeah, this guy's an MVP candidate. He might be top 3.
What about Tua? Did we forget? I don't think he's better than Tua.
I don't know.
I can't give him Tua yet.
Because he doesn't make the mistakes that Tua makes. Is the thing. Like he plays within himself more.
That's the system, though.
I'll give you Tua. Either way, that's top 7, top 8 if you include your boy Justin Herbert.
Yeah, it's a question. It's definitely he's up there. Up there.
When you ask if Dak Prescott is the top 10 quarterback, we have a problem.
He's done.
Brock Purdy kicked the door down. He was like, "No, we're remaking the top 10."
He's done. And I don't like after Tom Brady. I'm done with this whole. It doesn't really fucking matter. Like it doesn't matter where you're drafted. If you look good on paper, if you look good during the games, you're fucking good. All right. It doesn't matter when these dudes are drafted, undrafted. It doesn't. We're quick to be like, oh, this quarterback's good, undrafted. But if a quarterback goes, under the fucking 3rd round, you're just like, I gotta see more tape. I gotta see.
Yeah, we're all just still waiting for the wheels to fall off. Like,
nah, he's good. The system is good. We've seen multiple quarterbacks do it under Kyle Shanahan. He's going to be good under this dude. As long as he plays for this team, this is what he's going to look like, guys. The bottom's not going to fall off. Okay.
Don't talk about Dak Prescott like that.
Look, I'm just saying, like we saw Joe Montana fucking play for Kansas City, and he wasn't that fucking good. We're not sitting here saying, oh, Montana couldn't do it under another system. No, motherfucker got 4 Super Bowls under a great system that worked for him.
Didn't he make the AFC Championship in Kansas City?
With the Chiefs? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think he didn't actually have a good season. I thought he got hurt. I'm not even going to lie. But it's whatever, man. He's good. Let the guy cook. I think he's between 8 and 12. I'm probably still more on the 12 side, but after this game, I don't know, brother. He might be top 10. I mean, he's Kirk Cousins. I know he's not consistent, but Kirk is still got talent. He's shown that he's decent.
Gino's still up there too. But Terry,
maybe
you a hater. Brock Purdy, you need to lay on the ground because you've been robbed. But he wasn't the only MVP style quarterback that got robbed this weekend. Did you see what Lamar Jackson's wide receivers did to him this past Sunday?
Nah, I missed it. I unfortunately couldn't watch that one.
7 drops, 3 drop touchdowns. Odell Beckham Jr. getting mossed on a goal line fade by Joey Porter Jr., who told him to go be a family man.
That's hilarious.
Everybody who just saw the stats oh, your boy had a bad game. Lamar, this is what happens when he has to throw the football. 7 wide open drops. Zay Flowers had one where he could have ran 30 more yards into the end zone, lost the ball in the lights like a high school kid, and fell over his own feet.
Oh, come on. You can't be losing it in the lights. You got to be used to the lights. Stop it. That's fucked up. This is crazy. I didn't know that. I didn't watch the game at all because I was like, you know what? That's a divisional game. That's going to be a tough bullshit game. I'm not watching it. I feel like the Ravens are going to cough it up, but I heard was...
You were right. They coughed it up in the last minute.
Because all I heard was Lamar missed a couple open passes to Zay Flowers. I didn't hear anyone else in the national media talk about the drops. But,
you see how they do us, Terry? You see how they do us?
Always trying to put the black man down.
Yeah, he needs to switch to wide receiver. Maybe he could catch.
Yo, wait. Before you keep moving forward, the fact that they said Warren Moon should have switched to wide receiver knows those scouts were just being racist. Warren Moon was slow as fuck. It was like, oh, let's switch Warren Moon to wide receiver. He can't do it. He's a black. No, but anyways, keep going.
Yeah, Terry, but his palms are white. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, again, terrific coaching job. John Harbaugh, he had a questionable decision to go for a field goal when it was 4th and 1, and they could have put the game away. Coaching matters, man. Mike Tomlin, despite his quarterback having Donald Trump-sized hands and not being able to throw the ball, and his offensive coordinator creating a burner account and trashing him on social media. Despite all that, Mike Tomlin prevails, man.
I mean, we know he's a Hall of Fame coach, man. He's a terrific coach. Like we said, even though the Steelers don't look great, we still got to watch out for the boys. George and bruh, I know Kenny Pickett sucks, but George Pickens is probably one of the best young receivers I've seen. Since like Odell and them. Like this kid is fucking good, man.
Yeah, he don't need to get open. He's like, no, it's fine. He could be right next to me. Just throw it up. I got you.
And I like that, like, talent-wise, like the scouts for Pittsburgh, they're like, all right, this guy's good. Get rid of Claypool. Deontay Johnson, I don't know if he got hurt or not, but he's gone. They're just like, open it up. George Pickens is the guy. Like, this is it. He's really good, man. And unfortunately, Kenny's not the best. If it was up to me, I'd be like, look, bro, 5 times a game, just throw it to this dude back shoulder one-on-one. Fuck it. Or 2-on-1.
Yeah,
give it to him.
The Joe Flacco Ravens offense when they went to the Super Bowl. He was like, you know what? It's either going to be an interception that's in your own 10-yard line.
We got a good defense.
A pass interference, or a catch. Yeah. Those are the only 3 things that are going to happen. So, fuck it.
Go for it, man. Whatever.
I'm with you, man. Speaking of teams who are going for it, my Atlanta Falcons, Terry.
21-19.
Rise up and overcome is what we did.
You guys play, though. I hate the way you guys play. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so do the fans, and probably Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Mac Hollins, who was yelling at Desmond Ridder on the sidelines. But all that did was pump him up.
You watched the whole game, so I'll let you get your shit off. But too many rushes. All I see is you guys weren't running the ball well, and you said, fuck it. Arthur was like, I don't care. Run the ball. Like, damn. Ugh.
Actually, Terry, we aired it out more than we have any game in the last 2 years. Desmond Ridder threw 37 passes in this game.
I saw it. I'm just saying, Bijan got 14 carries, and Algier had 17 carries, and fucking gave it another trickery carry to Hodge or whatever the fuck.
That didn't work. Desmond Ridder, though, first of all, Terry, I disagree with you because this is not the team that's like, we're going to have the air raid attack and pass on first down and all that shit. Our offensive line ain't nice like that. So that's how you get somebody killed out here is by throwing it 50 times a game like Sam Howell is, getting fucking put in a concussion protocol, taking 95 sacks in a season. Desmond Ridder, though, he did throw it 37 times. Mm-hmm. He did complete 28 of those passes.
He did.
Good for a 76% completion percentage to go along with 330 yards, a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, no interceptions. He got the Texans to jump 3 times on hard counts and got free first downs off that. Wasn't staring down his top reads. Was actually moving safeties with his eyes. Like looking off people. Playing within himself. His expected points per play of 0.41 on Sunday trailed only Brock Purdy, Patrick Mahomes, and your boy, Justin Fields.
Justin. So you like the way he looked, huh? I mean, he was playing for his life in this game, so.
Yeah, this is the best game of his career. You got to love how the kid responded to adversity. Yeah. Last week he threw a pick 6 and then a pick on the next play and then a drop pick on the play after that. And then he comes out the very next week and plays the best game of his whole career. You got to love to see it, man. It's an encouraging sign. Is he perfect? Hell no. But he did enough. And I want to give a shout out to Kyle Pitts, who clocked in to go to work for the first time this season. Yep. Even though he ran a couple wrong routes and fucked the spacing up for Drake London, Drake London was like, that's okay. I'll just do the Julio Jones ride the elevator to the top of the penthouse, and I'll leave Luke Kuechly down here on the first floor. And he did that a couple times, including setting up the game-winning field goal by Young Ho Koo. But you want to know what the most impressive moment of this game was for me, Terry?
What's that?
Bijan Robinson, once again, did another thing I had never seen before on a football field. We were on like the 7-yard line, something like that.
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter throws him a shovel pass behind him. He catches it one-handed behind his back, then does the rondo fake behind the back, cuff it, and come out the other side, split two people, and walk in the end zone.
That's disgusting. Wait, he scored a touchdown? Oh, it was a receiving one? That receiving one?
Yeah. It was. I've never seen anybody do it. He caught it one-handed behind his back, faked it like he was putting it around the other side. Two people moved, and he was like, "Thank you very much."
That's crazy. Yo, the only other thing I'll say too, like I said, I didn't watch the game. You're a big fan. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Is Cordell Patterson hurt, or did they just forget about him in the offense?
Hurt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know. I just saw one reception. I was like,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
That's why we have Mike Hughes return our punts.
Ugh, got it.
Yeah,
Also,
it's Mr. Fair Catch himself.
And I don't know how many targets Bijan got, like receiving wise, but maybe a little more of those. How many did he get?
He makes like 2 one-handed catches a game. Like if we could just put it in a place where he could run with a head of steam. Like there's no telling what this kid could do.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
he looks like the best player on the team. Like I'm not gonna lie, Bijan Robinson looks like the best player on the Falcons. It's crazy.
I think he probably is, bro. I mean, Kyle Pitts is good, but if your quarterback is as bad as Ritter has been in the last 4 games, not this, besides this one, you can't really show your talent. So it's up to Bijan. Ritter, good shit, buddy. You get another week, but you're still on the clock.
You get another week.
You're still on the clock. You guys are just like a couple good O linemen away from being good, though. Like I think you have a solid team, honestly. I think
Top 10 defense for the first time in 12 years.
That's cool. That's dope. So, other side though, what'd you think about C.J. Stroud? What did he look like in that game?
He looked calm, cool, and collected. But
yeah.
I will say, he's going to have to take 15% more risks to get like 50% more reward. It seems like he looks a bit to me like Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay the last couple seasons. Not the MVP seasons, but the ones before that, where he was throwing like
trying to make a mistake.
Yeah, he was like throwing 25 touchdowns, 22 touchdowns, and like 5 picks. Yeah. And everyone's like, "Oh, well, he only turned the ball over 5 times." I was like, "Yeah, but he didn't try to push it into any tight windows." That's kind of what CJ Stroud reminded me of, but his poise navigating the pocket, his understanding of like where his hot read is and what defense we're playing, all the mental stuff. The game just looks slow for him as a rookie. And we were watching the Panthers and the fuck did they play?
The Panthers played. They lost the game. They played the Lions.
The Lions. We were watching Panthers Lions on one TV and Falcons Texans on the other, and just the eyeball test, the difference between watching Bryce Young and watching CJ Stroud. It was like, are these guys playing the same sport? Is one of these an 8-year veteran and the other a rookie? So he's going to be all right. Still another game with no interceptions. Hasn't thrown an interception yet in the NFL.
Crazy.
Your boy's pretty good.
7 touchdowns, no picks, right? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
He looks decent. Yeah, this Bryce Young thing really might fuck the Panthers up for a while.
Oh, yeah. This is going to set their ass back 3 years, at least.
Man, this is unfortunate.
They're going to give the number 1 pick to y'all.
Yeah. No. Oh, well, I mean, we'll see how we do. We look good versus 2 really bad teams. Like, the Commanders look bad in their losses. They look really bad. So I don't, I've heard some people say they're frisky, but depending on where we go, Panthers will give us the number 1, and then we'll have a decent pick. But I don't know. I'd like to see the Bears do well. If we don't, though, we'll get 2 talented people or use it as a trade bait, like I said. But yeah, Bryce Young looks like shit. And Richardson is showing talent. And CJ Stroud is showing some talent. So this is not good for Panthers, bro. Especially because y'all don't have this pick. This sucks.
Yeah, we'll have all season to trash the Panthers because it's not going to get much better from here.
No national media is going to talk about them. Are they going to go winless, though? 0-5 right now, as we speak.
Nah, they're going to get 1 division win, I'm sure. You know how that always works.
Don't do it. Go winless.
They might win a couple games after Bryce Young gets knocked out for the season and they put Andy Dalton back there.
But if we're not mistaken, I want to say that I think I said I wanted them to get CJ Stroud, and they went with fucking Bryce Young. I think you said Richardson.
I did. Yep. You said Stroud. I said Richardson. Both of them look miles better than Bryce Young.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I think these days now, bro, if we're just gonna talk, I'm gonna go for the big arm, bro. Fix the other shit later. I want the big arm. I don't want this fucking dink and dunk bullshit. That shit doesn't work. You need an arm first, and then we can worry about the other things later.
You remember when he got drafted #1, and they're like, his comp is Steph Curry. And they started showing Steph Curry videos on the NFL Network.
No.
I was like, what is going on right now?
Nah, I didn't see that.
Oh, my goodness. Steph Curry, block him on Twitter. All right. These comparisons were off.
Jesus.
Speaking of being off, I think the Viking season is off. They lost yet again. Justin Jefferson got put on IR. They lead the NFL with 8 lost fumbles coming into the game. And you know what they did on the first play of their game, Terry?
Lost fumble?
They lost a fumble.
Jesus Christ. First play, that's tough, man.
Hey,
why was the score so close, though?
Pour some out for the Vikings, man. It's time to trade Kirk Cousins. I think it's official. He's a free agent at the end of the year. There are a couple quarterback-needy teams that are looking to salvage their season. Where would you like to see Captain Kirk play the rest of this year? Because we know it should not be in Minnesota. It's time to tank.
You think it's time to go? It's over with? 1-4?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah, Jefferson on IR. Zach Wilson kind of got his shit together. I wanted to see him go to New York, but I don't know. Zach kind of got it together. He looked good in this game as well, so
until he tried to give the game back with an interception in the waning minutes.
I mean, look, he went from worse to not worse, so I'm not going to say he's the savior.
Russell Wilson is still playing, Terry.
Yeah, he's pretty bad. I don't know, bro. Maybe the Rams, they don't really. No, Stafford's there.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know. I really don't know. Who needs him? You want him to go to the Cowboys?
Oh, that would be interesting. I didn't even think about that, Terry. They already gave up a 4th-round pick for Trey Lance, something like that.
They did. Yeah.
So you're gonna give up another 3rd for Kirk Cousins? That's an interesting move.
At least we know he can throw, though.
I do feel like part of me believes that Kirk Cousins is just a supercharged Dak Prescott in the first place.
Yeah, they're similar. They're similar. But as of right now, he looks better than him. So I don't know, man.
I'm trying to think where would be a good home for him. At this point, like, a lot of people are saying the Patriots, but I think they might as well just tank it out and try to get that #1 pick, get one of these top quarterbacks. Like,
how much longer do you think Belichick's going to last? I think he's a Hall of Famer, first ballot for sure, but he's not going to want to lose, and they probably need to lose. They lost one of their best defenders in Gonzalez. He got hurt. He's out for the season. Judon's a little banged up, and Mac Jones looks like shit, like absolute garbage.
Bro, the whole team looks like shit. They lost 72-3 over their last 2 games, Terry. 72-3.
Losing to the Saints 34-zip is crazy. Like, the Saints aren't that good.
They're not even good.
That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. And Derek Carr was hurt coming into the game. He didn't even look good in this game.
But it's like, what are they working with? They got a bottom 3 offensive line. Name one skill position player that could start for another team in the NFL.
A skill position guy? Maybe the running back?
Ramondre Stevenson, who's averaging 2.2 yards a carry.
I mean, maybe their O-line is really bad, because last year he looked fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Their tight ends, I don't know if they could make a roster in the NFL. Their wide receivers, your #1 would be like a #5 on Kansas City.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about the Patriots, man. Even when they were fucking really good, you still never really knew, like, a lot of the guys on the team. You're just like, who are these guys? And Belichick was just like, next man up. Next man up. You knew Gronk, you knew Brady, you knew either Edelman or Wes Welker, you knew Randy Moss, of course, and some of the defenders, but it's just a bunch of fucking no-names. And this team now, especially, I have no idea who these guys are. Like, I know a couple dudes, but this team, bro, bro.
Hey, whenever you see promos and they're like 2 guys that are like Wichita State as they lift their head up, you gonna be in trouble, man.
Yeah, 34-0 is great. Yo, 0 in a game in general is fucking insane. Like, no one else did that. I don't think anyone else got less than 13.
They
the
gave
Packers.
up. They gave
Yeah.
up. And I got to
They
say,
suck.
like we talked about last week, not about firing Belichick, but about taking away his duties as general manager and be like, you just coach. Like, that's your job. Coach the team, call the plays.
Who does he hit on in the last 5 years? 4 years. When did Brady leave? 3 years ago?
Nobody. Christian Gonzalez, who tore his ACL.
He's done. Because I believe, Judon's been in the league for a while, right?
Yeah. What's his face? Jones last year was good, but he's already been arrested twice and suspended. Like,
tough.
Cole Strange, their center they drafted from a D2 school above Justin Jefferson, is getting his ass whipped week in and week out.
Belichick is doing too much. Why is he always trying to find a diamond in the rough?
That's what I'm saying,
draft
man.
Someone that's good. Draft somebody good.
It's like you're done buying the groceries. I'm not sending you out to go to Food Line with $200 and you come back with fucking tofu and celery leaves. Like, no, we're not doing it.
He started to do the Jerry Jones shit. Go ahead.
Even worse, no, the Jerry Jones shit, exactly to your point. Who's the secondary coach?
Oh, his son. Oh, the nepotism. You don't like that?
Oh, yeah. Huh? Who's the linebacker coach?
Yep.
His other son.
Yep.
One of the two worst units on their defense.
Oh, God.
Like, what are we doing here? It doesn't take a rocket surgeon to understand that this dude is just putting his sons on the team because he's like, nobody else listens to me. I'm tired of having to coach these other coaches up. At least my boys do what the fuck I say, get out of my way. Then they just let me run it how I want to run it. Well, congratulations, bro. You've run it into the ground. And nobody on your team is good.
Yeah. Hey, man. I mean, as soon as, when he wanted to get rid of Brady, he said Brady was looking washed. And then literally the next year, Brady won the fucking Super Bowl. And I was like, get him out of there. You better get him out of there, Robert. And Robert Kraft didn't want to get rid of Brady. He didn't want to do it. And he wanted fucking Garoppolo.
Belichick got some pictures.
I don't know. He's got something.
Yeah. He was outside. Belichick was on a stakeout in front of the rub and tug with a camera leaning down in the front seat. Like,
Jesus Christ. I mean, but Kraft already got in trouble. I don't think Kraft cares anymore. Remember, he was at those massage houses up there in Boston.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the rub and tugs. But
Kraft don't care now.
But Bill Cho, he know where he went after that. He followed him 2 car lengths behind.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, next week they got the Raiders. If they score less than 14 against the Raiders, then call it a day.
Against his disciple Josh McDaniels, come on.
Yeah.
If the master gets beat by the student, and Josh McDaniels looked like one of the worst coaches in the whole NFL.
It's crazy.
It's time.
It's crazy.
It's time. Speaking of time, Terry, it was about time Joe Burrow woke the fuck up. He had Jamar Chase yelling at him during last week saying, I'm always fucking open.
Yeah.
This week.
Excuse my profanity.
Right. This week, Joe Burrow was like, okay, let's see it. Jamar Chase had 15 catches for 193 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Bengals stay alive in the AFC North.
Yep. 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
They're still around. They're frisky, man. Did Joe look good? He actually looked good. He looked pretty mobile. Jamar Chase, what the fuck? Like, DJ Moore went fucking insane on Thursday, and Jamar Chase said, hold my beer, bitch. 15 receptions for 192 and 3 tutties is crazy. Was T. Higgins completely out? Yeah, T. Higgins was completely out. I guess we should have seen it coming. Shout out to you, Chase. Chase and DJ Moore. I really wish I could get on here and say I started both of them in fantasy, but one was on the bench.
So by the way, Terry, I played against DJ Moore this week.
Oh, yeah, 49 is crazy, bro. That's
and I still won.
No way, really? That guy
still won. And I still won. Suck my dick, Aaron Barlow. You 1-4 motherfucker.
He was getting personal, huh? He was getting personal.
It got real personal.
Oh, man.
I don't even know this guy. He wanted to talk shit for 20 minutes. So
That's hilarious.
I called him a casual. He said, "I'm casual with your mom."
Oh, wow. All
right. I said, "I'm casual with your dad." He called you a disappointment. Then he bent over.
Jesus Christ. So are we sticking a fork in the Cardinals?
Yeah. I mean, James Conner's out, right?
Big dog? I have no idea. Let me check.
Yeah.
But yeah, they 34-20, double-digit loss. Big Connor. Multiple weeks. He's out multiple weeks. It doesn't say out for the season, but yeah.
Stick a spork in him.
Yeah. But they were looking frisky, but now it's done. It's done.
Yeah. It was a nice run. It was cute.
Yeah.
Yep. Aaron also was starting Hollywood Brown, so that shows you how much he knows about football.
This is why, if we ever do fantasy, never let these motherfuckers do auto drafts. I'm sick of that shit. If you auto draft someone, I will not play. I'm out. So I did full drafts again.
Shout out to Haji, who was in the group chat for 3 weeks leading up to the draft. Then the day of the draft got blackout drunk and fell asleep, and then auto drafted his entire team.
Shout out to Haji, man. Did Haji win that time when we played last year?
No. He made it to the semifinals, and then the bottom fell out. Okay. And what was the best ever finish for your boy?
Yeah. But anyways.
You got anything else you want to add about the NFL this week?
Nah. I mean, Baltimore, you fucked up. You had a chance to get away. If Cincinnati's going to be back and good again, you had a big chance to be up like 3 games. And it's just, that's tough, man. Tampa Bay's still looking frisky. They had a bye week. Nothing crazy. I mean, San Francisco's best team in the league. You know, I just want to see when they play another good team. I think they play Kansas City this year, right? I gotta check that schedule. I want to see that game. I gotta see that.
I know they don't want to play us after the beating Marcus Mariota put on them last year.
I mean, 49ers Browns next week might be sneaky though. Browns got a good defense.
Yeah, they do. Get after that quarterback.
But these teams, bro, they gotta have an offense though.
Wait, is Deshaun Watson going to elect to play?
Yeah, he's gonna play. I think he played this week. Or did they have a bye?
Did he feel up to it? Motherfucker getting paid like $2 million a quarter. He's like, I think I'm gonna sit this one out and collect $8 million.
Yeah, I'm good, guys. Go ahead, you got it. Scratch me out. Yeah, they got Browns next week. That might be okay. But other than that, I mean, they got the Eagles on December 3rd, the 49ers. They don't have a super hard schedule.
They don't. Speaking of a guy who's been out, Terry, let's travel our way over to the NBA as preseason games have started. We got to see a highly anticipated matchup of the 7'5" Victor Wembanyama, number 1 pick this year, against the 7'3" number 2 pick from last year, Chet Holmgren, who missed the entire season.
Yep, rookie of the year.
Yep, both players showed out. Wembanyama had 20 points, 5 rebounds, highlight reel block shot, and hit 2 3-pointers in 19 minutes. Chet Holmgren came out with the W with a 1-point victory and also added 21 points, 9 rebounds, and a block with 2 3-pointers of his own.
He only played 16 minutes.
Yeah. Unbelievable. 19 minutes and 16 minutes. I saw some great. Did you watch the game at all or watch the highlights?
No, I haven't seen any preseason yet.
Football. The highlights were interesting, man. This is like really our first look at Wembanyama against NBA quality athletes, not summer league guys.
Yeah.
He had some impressive moments. One, he lowered his shoulder into Chet's chest, knocked him onto the ground, scored an and one. Then he had a nice steal where he was at the elbow and this dude was driving in the lane and he used those 8-foot long arms to slap the ball out of this dude's hand from the fucking elbow. And they got out on a break where he got a dunk. He was taking on guards who were closing out like hard when he was shooting threes, getting right to the rim, finishing over people.
Love to see that. Easy.
Yeah, when they didn't close out hard, he was just shooting over a chair. He looked at Lou Dort like, bro, are you serious right now? I'm 7'5". Put your damn hand down. And he had a 3 off the dribble as well in a pick and roll where I was like, oh, shit. He went, like, used the pick, took a step back behind, splashed the 3. He had some really encouraging moments. I will say, when he was going against smaller defenders who had like their feet set and weren't running to him on closeouts, the handles looked a bit loose. It looked a bit lost the handle a couple times, got stripped a couple times, turned the ball over too many times that you'd want to see. But overall, like, he showed some stuff that's really encouraging. And I was impressed by his debut. You can't complain with 20 points in 19 minutes.
That's impressive. That's super impressive. I mean, I'd like to see some more, though. It's just preseason, bro. Like, I can't wait for the season to start, though, honestly.
Yeah.
How do we, is it on, like, League Pass? How am I going to watch these? Can I watch the games, or can I only just watch fucking highlights?
I think you can watch. You know, that's a great question, Terry.
Yeah, I actually have no idea.
It was on NBA TV.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Chet Holmgren, too. He had some good moments. He was aggressive going to the rim. He looked like he added some muscle from last year, even though his lower body is skinny as fuck still.
It is. He's skinny as shit. But like, I saw some of his like summer videos and stuff. He looks like he's gonna be really fucking good this year, man.
Yeah,
he really does. But
he's got a nice second jump. Like, he had a couple where he missed a bunny and then just jumped right over the next person and put it right back in. And then he had an awesome alley-oop where he put Zach Collins on a fucking poster.
Oh, wow. Zach Collins is still in the league, huh? That's fucking crazy. Of course he plays with the Spurs.
He's starting at center.
God. Is he good? He was good in college and shit.
Yeah, he's good, bro. He can shoot threes. He can rebound.
Right,
he's a tough guy. He's a little undersized. You know what I mean? He don't want to bang like that. But
nah.
That kind of leads me to what I wanted to see from this game was that they never guarded each other. Not once. Like, they had the one play in transition, but I would have loved to see 2 7-footers guard each other instead of having Wembenyama out there on the perimeter and being defended by Lou Dort and, you know, guys who are 6'5".
Yeah. I think we'll see more of it in, you know, when the season comes. Preseason is just like tune-up games and shit. But it's coming fast, though. October 25th. It's only 15 days away. The Mavericks play the Spurs. That's their first game.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice. Little Luka versus Wemby. Little international flair.
Oh.
Get it popping.
Luka gonna make Wemby do the Rudy Gobert spin cycle.
Look, if I'm Wemby, I'm not even, fuck it. Just let him go by.
Right.
Just let him go by.
I'm staying on Derek Lively.
So the hype is still there for Wemby, right? I know football kind of calms down NBA talks, you know, so like hype kind of goes away, but I don't know. I'm not hearing a lot. I mean, he just played. Even when LeBron played a preseason game, we were still talking about it. So I want everybody to pay attention. Stop with the TikTok.
Yeah, the biggest moment was the block where Jalen Williams drove to the basket, wrong-footed him. You know, he had to switch his pivot and drop down and then took one step and blocked a dunk when Jalen Williams was like 4 feet past him to the rim. Like, oh, this is an uncontested dunk. Nah, son.
And,
but yeah, he's going to be good, man. Like, he looks so fluid. Like, his shooting, if he can hit NBA threes at a 35% level, like, he's going to be really hard to guard, man.
You think he's winning Rookie of the Year or no?
Yeah.
Over Chet? What if Chet's awesome?
I mean, Chet's going to be on a better team, so I could definitely see it. And we talked earlier in the beginning of the summer. I said he's my dark horse. But I don't know. The ceiling of Wembenyama, it's just different, bro. These arms are like Inspector Gadget go-go extendo arms. To get a steal and somebody who's in the restricted circle, when you're reaching from the elbow, is just crazy to me. I don't know if I've seen that before.
What about Scoot?
Nah, son. Portland go suck dick. They got too many cooks in the kitchen there. Way too many guards on the roster. They just added a veteran and your boy Brogdon, who's going to take away a lot of minutes and opportunity. Why I thought they'd never make that trade in the first place. Yeah. Sorry, can't do it. And let's not even talk about Brandon Miller.
I saw him in the summer league. He looked decent, but I don't know.
He said he added 20 pounds of muscle this offseason.
In like 8 weeks. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I was like, can we get him tested?
Yeah, like how do people gain weight that fast? That shit is insane. You know how long it took me to gain fucking 30 pounds?
Fucking a year
8
and a
years.
half of hard work.
It took me like 8 years to gain 30 pounds. My skinny ass. Anyways, besides the point, you guys got it. I thought Brandon looked good. I didn't see him in preseason. Did he suck or something?
I can gain 30 pounds in a month, but it's that Zion weight gain. It's not your type of weight gain.
Nah, that's different. That's totally different.
I put on the hardened fat suit and I can show up a month later. Look at 235, baby.
Hey man, let's just see what Brandon does today. They played a Heat today, preseason game, 7:30.
I predict a lot of fouls.
Possibly, man. Possibly.
Yeah. Well, all right, man.
Yeah, man.
I got to get out of here. I got a meeting coming up. You see, I got my San Antonio Spurs hat on, commemorating the beginning of a new generation and a generational player in the NBA. I'm so excited for the NBA to kick off. When is opening nights here? Is it
24th? 24th.
2 weeks from today.
Nuggets. Yep, Lakers, Nuggets, and Phoenix Warriors. Those will be the opening night games.
So we got 1 week left of all football, and then we'll have a divided household, which I cannot wait for, sir.
Yep. All right, buddy. Another week in the books. See you next
Yes,
week,
sir.
huh?
North Carolina.
Friday or no?
Friday. Yeah, let's do it Friday.
Friday? All right.
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
Peace, buddy. Peace. We out of here.
Thank you for listening to our podcast this evening. Thank you. You're far too kind.